Welcome to my season 3 review overview of Arrow. I decided to rewatch the show, and I know I'm doing a face cam, and it's rare I'm doing face cam, but I was like, oh, why not? So, season 3 had a lot of issue. Join our Discord if you want to talk about it. It's on the description below. Subscribe as well to the channel. Anyway, let's do this. Arrow Season 3 was the start of the downfall of the show, as a lot of people figure it out. At the end of this video, we will go over the reviews of people and my own review. Now you will tell me, why did you suffer? Why did you accept to rewatch this while you knew it was bad? I am planning on making a Let's Rank the 48th season of the Arrowverse as of December. Even if this video here won't be out for, like, not now, I don't know when it will be out, but it will be out one day. Regardless, let's do this. Season 3. The first half was okay. Some episodes were boring. Cupid Stupid should die. Don't keep her around. She is boring, she's lame, she's not an interesting villain. Okay. Ra's al Ghul was boring. I prefer Damien Dark over Ra's al Ghul. There's something wrong there. Arrow Season 4 was worse than 3. We all agree on that. But Ra's al Ghul is worse than Damien. Ra's al Ghul is boring. He just walks around, talk to people, like, no charisma at all. Now in season 3, first half, it's all about finding out who killed Sarah, and we find out it's Tia, manipulated and drugged by Malcolm. Why? I don't know. Malcolm is a villain. Maybe he do this for fun. Maybe he had a plan. Maybe he thought, oh, maybe I can overthrow Ra's al Ghul. I don't know. Now I speak about the start of the season, not when Malcolm and Oliver work together to take out Ra's al Ghul, because this is much later on the season. But then it became nonsense. Oliver knew Ra's al Ghul was one of the strongest enemy he could encounter, and yet he wants to do a death match with the guy. I understand you wanted a shocking mid-season finale where you seemingly kill off Oliver, but that's not good. You used to be grounded, Arrow. I know season 2 started to no more be grounded, but it was still good. And you still did not kill off your main character, because that's what they did in the mid-season finale of Arrow Season 3. They throw Oliver into a ravine with a sword in his chest. He was brought back to life for some reason, somehow. Maybe if it was the Lazarus pit, I would be like, okay, maybe. But no, it's just magic, I'm guessing. I don't know. I don't want to understand. Then we get an interesting storyline, but poorly executed. Team Arrow, Whiteout Arrow. Now I say poorly executed because it was not good. It could have been good, because the idea is interesting. What if the sidekick becomes the superheroes? It's interesting, I like it, but it's poorly executed. Break is okay. all of my comment were it was the best part of the episode, but the episode was mediocre, so take it the way you want it. So yeah, then we have Laurel becoming the new Black Canary. Yeah, sure. If the show made sense at that point, she would have died in her first encounter in the street. Maybe her second. She is no superhero. Don't make her becoming one. Please. Now, the worse than that. Remember in season 2 when it took both Sarah and Oliver to take out one League of Assassin Ninja? Two of them to take out one. Sarah was trained by them for many years. We don't know how long. I believe it's 2 years, but I'm not quite sure. Then Oliver trained for 5 years on the island, and at that point, 3 years on the street. So he has 8 years of training. It takes the both of them to take out one ninja. I have nothing against that. That shows how well trained they are. I like it. They feel dangerous. They are like, these guys, they are the big deal. Never mind in season 3 what they did in season 2. Season 3 was not consistent. Now you see Black Canary, the new one, Laurel, not Sarah, Laurel. She's able to take on 3 or 4 of them. No joke, like she just walked there and say, all of you, you will be done after I smash you. This is Laurel. I think at that point they gave up on consistent and making sense. Because at that point Oliver also came back to life. And he was about to come back to Starling City. Yeah. I don't buy it. Laurel should not be on the street. Laurel should not be a vigilante. She's not well trained. Oliver was right to not accepting her to go on the street. Now, you see, I liked a lot Quentin Lance in season 1. He was amazing. Season 2, it was good. The follow-up was interesting. How he started to accept the Arrow help to save the city, I liked it. Season 3, it started off well. But then when he finds out the Arrow lied to him, he changed. Now he's no more on board with Arrow. He's all about lies, 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 bad. CW, what are you doing? I know lies are bad. But now your character is acting off character and you remove character growth because you don't like lies. You had character growth in season 1 too, Quentin. He's one of the few characters with Oliver that had character growth. Laurel never had. She just decided to put on a suit. Okay, maybe she had between 2 and 3 because she is no more an alcoholic in 3. Or maybe they just forgot about 2. I don't know what happened. Regardless. Yeah! Tia has also a bit of character growth, but most of the character growth happened off season between 2 and 3. And even when she came back, she did not really change. She was just more capable of holding herself against ninjas, I guess. Another inconsistency. I know Malcolm is strong. He was trained by the League, and then he trains Tia. But Tia has, 6 months? Maybe I will eyeball her training. She had an entire year with Malcolm of training. But now she is able to take on ninjas. What happened to you, Arrow? Oh yeah, I also have the downfall of Arrow TV show coming. Season 3 also had Ray Palmer. Ray Palmer was very interesting. Yeah, it was very interesting. I liked his character arc becoming the Atom. Season 3 was boring. So many things I was not on board with. Ray was interesting. I liked Roy Harper. He was amazing. And they rolled him off the show, but they kept him alive, and this is interesting because maybe he will come back in the future. I say maybe, but I know he will because I watched the entire show, the 8th season. So I know he will come back. But you see, keeping him around was good. Diggle, as usual, very strong character. Malcolm, interesting. Oliver taking down the league from the inside was interesting as well. But here is the wasted potential of Arrow. I will do another video with the title The Wasted Potential of Arrow 3rd Season. Regardless, here I don't know how I feel about this season. I feel like this is as bad as Supergirl Season 5. So, I don't know. I think it should deserve 6 out of 10, maybe 6.5 if I eyeball it, because I enjoyed the time Oliver was out of Starling City, and once he came back, I also enjoyed the new dynamic in the team. Lots of good ideas, poorly executed. And this is season 3. This is season 3 for you. I really don't know what I preferred. Season 5 of Supergirl or Arrow season 3. It's that bad. So here we go over the comments of everyone, including my own. As you can see it, people scored it 69%. Now, here is my comment. The start of the downfall of Arrow take place during this season. As a fan of the Arrowverse, with Arrow being my favorite show in it, I was crushed to see how bad the show became during this season. Season 1 had Malcolm, Dark Archer as main villain. The guy had charisma, and without seeing it, we had a bit of his backstory to make him more interesting. His dynamic with the entire cast was amazing, and the reveal was great. Season 1 may have a few issues here and there. None of said issue ruined the show. Season 2 was, in my own opinion, the perfect follow-up for Season 1. With Slade Wilson Deathstroke as main villain here again, he had a lot of charisma and backstory. I should add this up. And backstory. Story. Boom. I will add this. Season 3 is a joke that tells us it's no more grounded, it's no more about vigilante. Now people can come back from the death because reasons. Now the villain are not criminals, they are meta-human, and they are an army of ninjas. Season 3 tells us anybody can just pick up a suit and become a vigilante without getting killed the first night they try to go out. Laurel becoming Black Canary was atrocious. Remember in season 2 when it took both Sarah and Oliver to take out one League of Assassin Ninja? Yeah, now Laurel flips several assassins left and right, no issue. We speak about a Laurel that had a few boxing classes with a former vigilante and a few classes of self defense. She is no warrior. Oliver trained for 7 years during the event of season 2, while Sarah probably had 4 or 5 years of training inside the league. Remember when Quentin first went out of his way to put Oliver in jail, but then became an ally of Timaro? Yeah, now because they are out of ideas for him, they make him an enemy again. Here is the issue. The reason is not justice. It's because he's pissed off that Laurel and Oliver both lied to him. Very CW-ish after watching this season. I'm like, me too, I want to put on a mask and fight crime since it looks easy. Ra's al Ghul, boring villain. Can't stand Felicity anymore. Sarah was my favorite character in season 2. They killed her off the first episode. Oliver going to get killed by Ra's al Ghul instead of trying to bring his team and shoot him with guns made no sense. Malcolm used to be great, is still interesting, but he is not enough to save that mess. Hong Kong flashbacks were really bad 90% of the time. The only things to get from said flashback is Messiah and his wife friendship with Oliver. This season is mediocre at best. Some episodes were well done, others were boring. Better than 4. I wished Oliver truly became Raz to save his city. Season 3 is wasted potential, fun to watch in the background when doing something else. So this is my comment. You see, I I really like to develop my idea because I like Arrow as a show, and I was so sad to see it being this bad. I was so sad to see that some seasons were atrocious. I was so sad when they said 8 would be the last season. So, here we got the colorful guy. Everyone says that season 4 was the worst season, but in my own opinion, that title goes to season 3. I don't agree with that, but I can understand where you are coming from. It really surprises me how the show suddenly tanked down so quickly. Oh, I like that sentence. It's true. Considering it was so nicely set up and the Flash was done so well in spite of being made by the same crew, Laura Lance had started to become the most annoying character in the franchise. Oh, I agree with you. No, actually, she's tied with Felicity. Felicity is worst. She simply doesn't understand she isn't strong enough to fight criminal in spite of failing repeatedly. Oh my. Okay, that guy. I like that comment. And she trains with Wildcat to become one. She's so cute, and yet she does boxing while wearing black, which Ted had asked her whether she will take red or black, and she said, obviously black. Like, why? And she doesn't even show her navel or legs. What's the point of a beautiful woman boxing if she doesn't even look hot? Okay, I don't understand that. And of course, Wildcat just dies in the street fight because there was no better way to resolve one of DC for superhero fate. True, he really died. I remember he was beaten down at some point, but I'm not sure if he really died. I thought it was just out of commission or just knockout. I don't think he died. Maybe he did die, and it was just so badly made that I do not understand he died. I don't know. Oh, that comment is the best ever. I like this comment. Finally, we thought this season will pay up because Razal goes the bad guy here, and how it ends just one more terrible. Oh, I like your comments. You spoke the truth. Now, tell me in the comment, do you think Wildcat truly died? If you watched the season, you probably know in which episode. I know there was a big stupid episode where everyone fought each other and then Oliver just jumped back from his deathbed and come back in starting city after getting killed by Raz. I know it's in this episode he loses, but I'm not quite sure if Wildcat truly died there. A lot of cliche this season, but I enjoyed this season more than I disliked it. Okay, fair enough. Still a bit too much unneeded drama in some hit and miss episode I thought might be important overall. Seems like they may have lost focus part way through. Okay. Oh my favorite season so far. I don't understand you, buddy. Oh my. This guy probably has COVID because he lost his taste. Or this skill, I don't know. Not as good as the first two seasons. Cool villain and some pretty good episode, but overall it was just decent. Maybe I can understand. I don't know. I don't understand you, buddy. Not as great as the first two seasons of Arrow. This is true. This season that kind of started the downfall of Arrow. While I can understand the direction they were going for in this season, I think the execution turned out so well. The main villain of the season, while he isn't forgetful, is not as good as Deathstroke or Malcolm. This is true, I agree with that. I think the final battle isn't the best, but I think the League of Assassin part of the season is very good. Okay, now it reminds me of something that made no sense. Oliver kills Ra's al Ghul with the same move Ra's al Ghul used on him in the mid-season finale. Now think a bit. Don't you think Ra's al Ghul, with his century of his years of training, don't you think he came up with some counter for that move? Maybe he was caught by surprise. I don't know. I don't try to understand this season. Makes no sense. How can you kill someone with his own move? This is poetic, but this is stupid. Maybe he wanted to die at the end. I don't know. I think way they took the part of the season was great. I also think Oliver and Felicity hooking up was something that was needed in season 2. Oliver's identity being released to the public was a good idea, and not Roy. This is Roy, not Rory. Rory is Mick. Mick Rory. This is Roy. Lying by saying it was the arrow was a good idea. Was a good but stupid idea. Okay, they needed to write him off the show, and I forgot to speak about Roy Harper. I really liked Roy Harper, and I was sad to see him leave. But it's better to see him leave, like while he still enjoyed the show, than forcing him to stay if he don't likes it. Also, Malcolm is back in the show, and honestly, this season made Malcolm my favorite character in the show. Oh my, really? Okay, you have special taste. Overall, this season started the downfall of Arrow, but is still decent in its own way. Okay, can understand because he liked it. That's very subjective. I thought that the second season took a step in the wrong direction, and this season plunged itself further in that direction. This is true, but not true. This is true because that's your opinion, but in my own opinion, yes, it kept going in the same direction of 2, but 2 was well done. 3 was not well done. 3 was a miss. Oliver's role as the main character continues to be diminished, while the show seems to concentrate on the side character who I never cared about as anything more than side character. Oh, this is true for all CW show after 3 seasons. That's why most of CW TV show have bad third season. With Legends of Tomorrow and Supergirl, the only two exceptions to the rule. The twist and turn were little silly, and overall the season felt goofy. This is true. There are some good moments in the season, but overall I didn't like it. I understand your point. I gotta say, it's not the best season, but it is awesome. Oh my. This is very divided. So, yeah, closing thought. Man, I'm not the only one that did not enjoy that season. I hope guys enjoyed my video more than this season. Like, comment, and subscribe for more Arrowverse content. Have a great day.